folks! Today I am going to give you a tour of what I call my cottage kitchen. So this is the main kitchen in my home, and I know some of you have been wanting this for a while and have been waiting for a full kitchen reveal. So today that is what I'm going to do. So here we are coming into the kitchen dining area. That door goes to the cold room. And this is where we eat our meals. This is where I do all my blogging and my online video editing and everything here at this table. And then this is my kitchen. When my man and I were designing the mountain cottage, I actually wasn't too particular about anything other than the kitchen, because the kitchen is where I spend most of my time. I'm a from scratch cook. I preserve tons of food every year, and I also do all my blogging and YouTube video editing from the dining room table. So I wanted a really bright, cheery room, and it was important to me that my kitchen area was that for me. So actually, by the way, if you want to see the house building videos, they are on my YouTube channel. You can go to my playlists and you can find them there and watch us build the house from start to finish, if that's something you're interested in. But when we were designing it, we decided to put the kitchen in a kind of an L shape off of one end of the house so that we could have a ton of light. You can see all these windows in here. It's a very bright room. And that was perfect. That was what I wanted. So lots of light was important to me. And then another thing that mattered was, you can see this wall behind me here. My man wanted to put in a bar counter so that it was open to the living area, the living room rather. And I really didn't want that. I'm a from scratch cook. I always have messes in my kitchen. The only time it's clean is when I'm recording a video. So I didn't want to see the mess. I didn't want my guests to be able to come in and see the mess in the kitchen. And I'm not saying I never do dishes. I'm just saying there's always dirty dishes either in my sink or on the counter. So we debated back and forth with that one, and finally he agreed to just put a wall in so that this space is separate, and when I visit with guests, I don't have to stare at dirty dishes. The other thing I really wanted in my kitchen was this, which is whitewashed wood paneling. So I wanted a very kind of a summer cottage feel in this kitchen. I wanted it to feel like summer even when it wasn't. And so my man did some tongue and groove pine boards he took, and he created a paneling for the kitchen, and I whitewashed it, and you can see there, it creates a really homey, cottagey feel in this space. Now I could keep going on and talking to you about it, but actually let's have some fun with this. I'm going to flip the camera around and kind of walk you through the different aspects of the kitchen, and let's just enjoy this video. From day one, my man and I knew we were going to do hardwood countertops, so we created this particular type from some hickory flooring actually that we repurposed, and it was a learning curve, but the results are absolutely beautiful. When it came to the kitchen sink, I really wanted a white farmhouse sink. I knew I wanted a white stove and more of a light feel in the kitchen, but my man had salvaged a old stainless steel sink from a job site, and we had looked into farmhouse sinks and they were just too expensive, but I really wanted something white that would tie in well. And then all of a sudden I had a flashback to my parents' farm, and in the milking shed there was sort of like a little milking parlor, and in there was a metal sink coated with white enamel, and it was very much what I wanted in my kitchen. So I looked and looked and looked online, couldn't find anything quite like that, but I finally went to Home Depot's website and found this white kitchen sink for a very affordable price. Asked my man if we could put it in. He said yes. It got shipped to us, and I have absolutely loved it. I love that it's not actually a farmhouse sink that's, super hard, whereas if you drop something, glass into it, it's gonna break. It's a very durable material, but it's more rubbery than it is enamel. So I love it, I'm very happy with it, and I think it was one of our best decisions, other than the windows and the lighting, when it came to our kitchen. When we first started designing the mountain cottage kitchen, I knew I wanted open upper cabinet shelving simply because I'm a from scratch cook and I like being able to just reach up and grab things. So we have our drinking glasses or water pitchers, our measuring bowls and cups, and I keep my grater out actually as part of my home decor. Now, I actually don't remember where the idea came from for this shelf, but it is my favorite. I love the plate racks and the old world vibe that this brings to my kitchen. And once again, I love just displaying things I use in my baking and cooking and in putting food on the table. Shelf I designed that my man built for me is what I call my tea and my baking shelf. So on the bottom I have all of our tea supplies. See, I've got a teapot up higher, cookbooks. On the right, I like to keep all my baking things like baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon in a little basket. I am a big fan of using baskets and jars in open shelving, as you can tell. And this is actually quite a big shelf, but I love it. And I love the feeling it brings to my kitchen. Sometimes when people take a walk through my kitchen, they feel it's their duty to inform me that it isn't what they would have chosen. And I always have to chuckle a little bit when they tell me that, because I've had the privilege. Not everybody has the option of getting to design their own kitchen. And I've gotten to design it both aesthetically for what appeals to me and inspires me and makes me want to work in that space. And practically, I have had the opportunity to set it up exactly the way I want it and in a way that works really well for me. So no, it's not set up for other people's aesthetic tastes or their needs. It's set up for mine. And I feel so lucky and so privileged to have been able to do that. I absolutely love this space. It's my favorite room in the house. And now you've had a tour and a walkthrough of it as well. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll try to get back to you on that. I'm so glad you joined me for this video today, and we will see you next time.